Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Gospeakly English, where every conversation helps you learn. I'm Sophie.
Hello, Sophie. Hello, everyone. I'm Daniel. How are you today, Sophie?
I am so happy today, Daniel. Something wonderful happened yesterday, and I cannot stop smiling.
Oh, really? What happened?
My best friend called me. She told me she is getting married.
Oh, wow. That is amazing, Sophie. Congratulations to her.
Thank you. I was so excited. I screamed a little.
Happy scream. I understand completely. Good news makes you want to scream sometimes.
It really does. And you know what, Daniel? That moment made me think about today's topic.
Oh, what is today's topic?
Good news and bad news. And more importantly, how to react to them naturally in English.
Oh, this is so important, Sophie, because honestly, when someone tells me good news or bad news in English, I never know what to say. I just say, oh, and smile, or oh, and look sad.
Just oh?
Just oh, a very busy word for me. It does a lot of work.
Poor O, working so hard alone. Well, today, O is getting some friends.
Finally, it needs help.
But before we start, a small request from us.
Yes, if this podcast is helping you learn English, please click the like button. It means so much to us.
And please subscribe to Gospeakly English so you never miss a new episode.
And share this episode with one friend who is learning English. One share helps us more than you know.
Thank you so much, everyone. Okay, let's get O some friends.
Yes, poor little O. Let's go.
Okay, Daniel, let me ask you something first. Why do you think reactions are so important in a conversation?
Because the other person wants to feel that you are listening?
Exactly, yes. When someone shares news with you, good or bad, they're sharing something personal, something that matters to them, and your reaction tells them, I hear you, I care, you matter to me.
So, a flat reaction, like just, oh, makes them feel like you do not care?
It can feel that way, even if you do care, even if inside you are very excited or very sad for them. If your words are flat, they do not feel it.
So the words carry the emotion.
The words carry the emotion, yes. Especially in English, where you may not be speaking your native language, the right words make the other person feel understood, connected, heard.
And the wrong words, or no words, make them feel alone.
Exactly. And nobody wants to feel alone when they share something important.
Okay, so today we learn how to make people feel heard in English.
In English, yes. And we are going to split this into two parts. Good news reactions first, then bad news reactions.
Perfect. Let's start with good news. I like good news.
Everyone likes good news. Okay, let's go. Okay, Daniel, I am going to tell you some good news, and I want you to react just naturally, however you feel. Ready?
Ready. I will try my best.
Okay. Daniel, I just got a new job.
Oh, that is good. Congratulations.
Okay, that was very flat, Daniel. Very safe, very small.
I know. But I did not know what else to say.
Okay, so let me show you what a natural English reaction sounds like. Same news. I just got a new job. Natural reaction.
What would you say?
No way! That's incredible! I'm so happy for you. When do you start?
Oh, that is so different, so alive, so warm.
Yes. And did you notice something? At the end, I asked a question. When do you start?
Yes, the question keeps the conversation going.
Always. A reaction plus a question. That is the formula. You show emotion, then you invite them to say more.
Reaction plus question. Okay, I like this formula. Simple and powerful.
Good. Now let me give you the most natural and common good news reactions in English. These are phrases that native speakers actually use every day.
Okay, I am ready. I will repeat after you.
First one. No way! That's amazing!
No way, that's amazing.
Good. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful.
I'm so happy for you, seriously.
I'm so happy for you, seriously.
That's the best news I've heard all day.
Oh, that's the best news I've heard all day. I love this one, Sophie.
It is a beautiful one, yes, very warm. You must be so excited.
You must be so excited.
Congratulations, you really deserve it.
Congratulations, you really deserve it. Oh, you deserve it. That is so kind, so personal.
Yes, you deserve it makes the other person feel seen, like you believe in them, like their success makes sense because they worked hard.
I want someone to say that to me one day.
Keep working, Daniel. It will come. Okay, and one more. Tell me everything. I want to hear all of it.
Tell me everything. I want to hear all of it. Haha, this one is so enthusiastic, so excited.
And people love this reaction because it says, your news is so good, I want every detail. I am not in a hurry. I am here for you.
It is a gift to the other person.
Exactly. A reaction can be a gift. Okay, now Daniel, let's practice. I will give you good news. You react with a full, natural reaction, plus a question at the end. Ready?
Ready. Good enough is good enough.
Exactly. Okay, Daniel, my sister just had a baby.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. A boy or a girl?
Perfect. Reaction plus question. Natural, warm, beautiful.
It felt good.
Good. One more. Daniel, I passed my English exam.
No way! That's amazing! I knew you could do it. Congratulations. How do you feel?
Daniel, that was perfect. I knew you could do it. That is so natural, so encouraging.
It just came out. I didn't even think about it.
That's the goal. Reactions that come out without thinking. Natural, automatic, real.
Okay, good news reactions. I feel ready for those now.
Good, because now we move to the harder part.
The harder part?
The bad news.
Ah, yes. Bad news is much harder because I want to help, but I don't know how in English.
And today you will know how. Okay, bad news reactions are different from good news reactions. With good news, you match the energy. You go up. You are excited and happy.
But with bad news,
With bad news, you go gentle, soft, calm. You bring your voice down, you slow down. You make the other person feel safe.
safe. Yes, when something bad happens, you want to feel safe with the person you are talking to.
Exactly. So the words matter, but the tone matters just as much, maybe more.
Tone, how you say it, not just what you say.
Yes, you can say the right words in the wrong tone, and it still feels wrong. So when you practice these phrases, practice them softly, gently, with care in your voice.
Okay, soft, gentle, care in my voice. Got it.
Good. Let's start with the most common bad news reactions. First one. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. That feels very natural, actually.
Yes, it is simple, but it is powerful. I'm sorry to hear that tells the person, this news affected me too. I feel it with you.
I feel it with you. Yes, that is what it says.
Next one. That must be really hard for you.
That must be really hard for you. Oh, this one is so understanding.
Yes, it shows empathy. It says, I can imagine how difficult this is. I see your pain.
That must be really hard. I will remember this one.
Good. Next, I can't imagine how you're feeling right now.
I can't imagine how you're feeling right now. This is honest, because sometimes we really cannot imagine.
Exactly, and honesty in these moments is beautiful. You are not pretending to understand everything. You are just saying, this is big, and I am here.
I am here. Two small words, but so important.
So important. And that leads to the next phrase. I'm here if you need anything.
I'm here if you need anything. Simple, open, no pressure.
No pressure. Yes, you are not telling them what to do, you are just opening a door. If they want to talk, the door is open. If they want space, that is okay too.
That is very respectful.
Very respectful. Okay, a few more. Is there anything I can do to help?
Is there anything I can do to help? Yes, practical. You want to actually do something.
And sometimes people need practical help, not just words. This phrase gives them that option.
Okay, and what about when someone loses someone, like a family member? That is the hardest situation.
Yes, that is the most delicate situation. And there is one phrase that is always appropriate, always kind, always right.
What is it?
I'm so sorry for your loss.
I'm so sorry for your loss. That is so simple, but so full.
It is full, yes. Every word carries weight. I'm sorry. I feel pain for you. For your loss, I acknowledge what you have lost, what has been taken from you.
You do not say at least or everything happens for a reason or things like that.
No, please no. These phrases, even with good intentions, can feel hurtful. When someone is in pain, they do not want reasons or silver linings. They want to feel that their pain is understood, that it is real.
So just sit with the pain with them. Don't try to fix it.
Exactly, Daniel. You cannot fix grief. You cannot fix real pain, but you can sit with someone in it. And that's enough. That's actually everything.
That is a beautiful way to think about it, Sophie.
Thank you. Okay, now let's practice. I will give you bad news. You react gently, softly. No fixing, just feeling. Ready?
Ready. Soft voice, gentle, I'm here.
Daniel, I lost my job today.
Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. That must be really hard. Are you okay?
That was lovely, Daniel. Are you okay? So simple, so caring. You checked on the person.
I just thought, what would I want someone to say to me?
And that is always the best guide. What would you want to hear? Say that.
Okay, one more.
Daniel, my grandfather passed away last week.
I'm so sorry for your loss. He sounds like he was very important to you. I'm here if you need anything at all.
Daniel, that was perfect. Truly.
Really?
Every single word. He sounds like he was very important to you. You acknowledged the person, not just the death, the relationship, a love.
I just felt it in that moment. I felt it.
And that's what makes a reaction real, when you actually feel it. Even in a second language, the feeling comes through.
English carries feeling too, not just my language.
Every language carries feeling, Daniel. That's the magic of language. Okay, now there is one more thing I want to cover, because knowing what to say is important, but knowing what not to say is equally important.
Oh yes, I have definitely said wrong things before.
We all have. Okay, common mistakes when reacting to good news first. Some learners say, that is good. Full stop. Nothing else.
Flat. No energy. The person feels like they shared something big and got nothing back.
Exactly. Or they say, oh, lucky you, which can actually sound a little jealous or dismissive.
Lucky you. Yes, that does not feel warm.
No. Much better to say, you deserve it, or that's amazing. Celebrate with them. Do not put it down to luck.
Even if there was some luck, in that moment you celebrate, not analyze.
Exactly. Not the time for analysis. And for bad news, the biggest mistake is saying at least.
At least? Like, at least you still have your health?
Yes, or at least you are young, or at least it was not worse. These phrases, even with love, tell the person your pain is not that big. There is a bigger picture. And in that moment, the person does not want a bigger picture. They want to be heard.
So at least takes away from their pain instead of sitting with it.
Exactly. Remove at least from your bad news vocabulary. Replace it with I'm so sorry and I'm here.
Simple, honest, present.
Simple, honest, present. Yes.
Okay, what else should we not say?
I know how you feel. This one is tricky.
Why? Is it wrong?
It can feel wrong because the truth is you do not know exactly how someone else feels. Even if you had a similar experience, their pain is their own, unique to them.
So instead of, I know how you feel, I say,
I can't imagine how you're feeling, or that sounds incredibly hard. You acknowledge their experience without claiming to own it.
you acknowledge without claiming. Yes, that is a small but important difference.
Very small, very important. Language is full of these small, important differences, and this is why we practice.
This is why we listen to Gospeakly English.
Exactly. Okay, I think we are ready for the review. Okay, Daniel, let us bring it all together. Good news reactions first.
Good news reactions. Match the energy. Go up. Be excited. Use phrases like, no way, that's amazing. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy for you. You really deserve it. Tell me everything. And always reaction plus question. Keep the conversation going.
Perfect. Now, bad news reactions.
Bad news reactions. Go gentle. Soft voice. Slow down. Use phrases like, oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. That must be really hard for you. I can't imagine how you're feeling. I'm here if you need anything. I'm so sorry for your loss. And do not try to fix it. Just sit with a minute.
Beautiful. And what not to say.
For good news, do not say just, that is good, with nothing else. Do not say, lucky you. Celebrate with them. For bad news, do not say at least. Do not say, I know how you feel. Just be honest. Just be present. Just be kind.
Daniel, that was an excellent review. I am really proud of you today.
Thank you, Sophie. I feel like I learned something very real today. Not just English words, but how to be a better person in English.
Yes, that is exactly it. Language is not just grammar and vocabulary. Language is connection. And today, you learned how to connect.
In good times and bad times.
In good times and bad times. Exactly. Well, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to Gospeakly English.
Yes, thank you all. And remember, the next time someone shares good news with you, do not just say, oh. Say, no way, that's amazing. Tell me everything.
And the next time someone shares bad news, do not try to fix it. Just say, I'm so sorry, I'm here.
Sometimes the smallest words carry the biggest love.
And we have a question for you in the comments today.
Yes, tell us, what is the hardest situation for you to react to in English? Good news? Bad news? Something else? Write it below. We read every single comment.
Please subscribe to Gospeakly English if you have not already, and give this episode a like. It really helps us grow.
And share this with one person who is learning English. One person. That is all we ask.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone. And remember, in English, in any language, kindness is always the right reaction.